What's up, guys? This is Kaz, the Elevateyourcraft, and welcome to another PTCGO matchup. So I've been playing around with a GlaceonGX Alolan NinetalesGX deck, just trying it out. It's this one right here, Sure Kill. Have a bit of experience on it, and it definitely feels a bit harder to pilot as compared to the Buzzrock, a deck that I've been using for the past, I don't know, 2.5 months, maybe. It's interesting. I'm not quite sure what to think of it yet. Again, don't think I'm, the best out there at building decks at this point. Still somewhat new to the game, but anyway, I love the Alolan Ninetales GX card, and Glaceon's really cool too. So I thought, yeah, why not give it a shot? Build a deck the best that I can. I haven't seen anyone else out there run anything like it yet. Any of the top tier players or anything like that, and that's probably for a reason. Maybe they're just not thinking that the Alolan Ninetales, in combination with the Glaceon or even on its own, is quite good, which I understand. But we'll see. I thought I'd give it a shot. I think they're decent partners, and so far I've been doing okay with it. The metal weakness is interesting. Against Duskmane, it really doesn't matter because it's one-shotting pretty much anything anyway, so I don't worry too much about that. It's just more, I think, kind of that toolbox metal type deck with your basic metal Pokemon, or even GX like Celesteela, things like that can hit for weakness that are maybe a little easier to get up and running. Those are a bit more annoying. I don't think I've hit any of those in all my games, and again, the sample size hasn't been huge, but I haven't hit any yet with this deck, so who knows, outside of the Duskmane Necrozma deck, GX, anyway. But, we'll see what happens. This is the list so far, and again, my awesome video seems to not like this game, but the list I'm running is 4 Energy Evolution Eevee, 3 of the GlaceonGX, 3 Tapu Lele, 3 Alolan Vulpix, 2 of the Alolan Ninetales GX, 1 of the Safeguard Alolan Ninetales, 4 Aqua Patch, 1 Energy Lotto, 1 Field Blower, 1 Special Charge, 4 Ultra Ball, 2 Bridget, 3 Cynthia, 1 Cyrus, 4 Guzma, 2 N, 4 Sycamore, 3 Choice Band, 1 Floatstone, 4 DCE, and then 9 of the Water Energy. And I've made a few adjustments, just trying things out. Before, I did have a Turtonator GX in there kind of as a tech card to maybe run against those metal Pokemon that are out there, just kind of as a slight counter or something that could buy a little more time while I get my Ninetales and Glaceon and things like that built up. Didn't find it too impactful at the beginning, but who knows? I think I may if I start running into a lot more of the toolbox metal or anything like that. I did have 3 Alolan Ninetales GX initially, but I thought that was too much, just because I think that you want to run or get the Glaceon out as early as possible, shut down the opponent's EX and GX abilities, and then kind of get some spread damage with Glaceon, all the while setting up the Ninetales on the bench, and 3 just felt like it was too much for the deck. And then the 3 GlaceonGX along with the 4 Energy Evolution Eevee. I want to start out most of the time, I think, with an Eevee and a Water Energy on the first turn, so I wanted to make that as likely as possible. 4 Aqua Patch, just a great card in the Water deck, especially with Ninetales and the discarding. And the Energy Lotto, I was sort of finding that I was not hitting the double colorless energies as much as I liked, so I thought I'd give that a try to see if I could, mitigate those energy whiffs. 1 Field Blower, just to kind of get rid of those tools, and then 1 Special Charge. I figure, getting rid of the double colorless on Alolan Ninetales GX attack is, sorry, the Alolan Ninetales GX, the Blizzard Edge attack, discarding the DCEs. Definitely want to get those back, as well as those E-hammers and things like that. Especially since this deck is pretty reliant, or the DCs do a lot for it, like Glaceon and Ninetales attacks, of course. So I thought it's a good idea to include the special charge, and it has come into play for me so far. The Cyrus. That's another one that I don't quite know about. It did come in clutch a couple times for me where I was just able to completely disrupt my opponent's bench. Hello, cat. Oh, I know. Hold on a sec. I was able to disrupt my opponent's bench, really setting them back, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I felt like I really wanted to play another supporter instead of the Cyrus, just to draw more cards and that kind of thing. So I still don't know if I'll keep the Cyrus, but I'm experimenting with it for now, and we'll see. And the rest, I guess, pretty standard. I did start with 8 water energy at first. I've included one more just to kind of have a better chance of getting that 1 energy at the beginning or my first turn, so I can energy evolution. And I also started with 4N and then 2 Sycamore, but I'm going to try out 2N and then 4 Sycamore, just to see if it helps the draws and if it helps my overall consistency. Had 1 Bridget as well at the beginning when I first created the deck. Now I have 2. Just again, more likelihood of hitting it on the first turn. But then also, if I did have the 1, and those times that it was prized was a little bit annoying. So I thought, okay, maybe this will help my overall consistency. So anyway, that's the list so far. Don't really know if I'll play it competitively or not. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if PTCGO is quite representative of what's going to happen sort of in the meta. I think a lot of people are trying out different things. If people continue to play Zoroark quite a bit, which I suspect they will, I think the GlaceonGX will be pretty powerful. So we'll see. We'll see. But we'll get a game in now and see how it goes. All right, and the Sure Kill name, that came from, of course, an X-Files episode. Kind of has sort of a sniping feel to it. It was kind of a guy, I haven't watched the episode in a while, but a guy that was able to just get any sort of snipe kill that he wanted, no matter how ridiculously difficult or insane it was. He was always able to get it. So it kind of had that cool sniping feel to it, and I thought, well, Glaceon and the Ninetales both sniping Pokemon to some degree, so I thought it was quite fitting. But anyway, okay, did get 2 Bridget, wow, in my opening hand, but no water energy, which is unfortunate. So won't be able to get that turn 1 evolution. Energy evolution. So let's see here. This may be Espeon Garb. So I think I just bridge it here. We can get some Pokemon out on the bench. And let's see, 3 Lele, 3 Glaceon. Okay, so there's the other Ninetales. Do have the barrier. I've got all my Aqua Patches. So 1 Cynthia's prized. 3 Choice Band, 1 Floatstone. Ouch, it looks like 2 double colorless are prized. That is very unfortunate. Okay, and then 2 energies. So a lot of my energies are in the discard pile right now, which is really unfortunate. I wanted to get 2 Vulpix out there, yeah. 1 Eevee, so let's do that. Oh, that's going to be really tough. Unless maybe I can hit my energy lotto, and then that helps me get the double colorless. But at this point, I'm already behind on the energy evolution anyway, so that's unfortunate. I mean, this is Espeon Garb. It's not, I believe it is anyway. So the EXGX ability lock, I don't think is going to do too much here anyway. So I think I might be better off just not going the GlaceonGX route and just powering up some Ninetales. Maybe getting one GlaceonGX out would be useful. Get some damage out there and spread. And the Parallel City, okay. No energy there, just to bridge it. Okay, so it doesn't look like he got too many Pokemon out himself, but he does have energy, which is really good for my opponent. Oh, this would be very, very unfortunate if I had to Sycamore all these items away. The Sires, I mean, I don't think this deck relies too much on a full bench. Those Guzmas are really going to hurt. The Bridget and Aqua Patch aren't, I don't think, too big a deal. So I do need to get things rolling here. Let's see. Okay, I mean, if I attach to that Glaceon, I think I might just forego, or the Eevee, I should say. I think I might just forego that Eevee and then get one powered up. Here, I could Float Stone, but I think it might be best to just sacrifice that Eevee. And then what can I do? If I don't hit a double colorless, which is very unlikely that I will, I can power up Glaceon. So I think I'll attach here. And I mean, I'm sure he plays Drampa as well, and probably Trashalanche. So the Safeguard Ninetales might be useful. So attach the Floatstone here. I normally like to do that with a Lele, but I don't think I'll be getting any bench Pokemon out quite yet. So, okay, I'll pass the turn. And I gotta just hope that my opponent doesn't get what he or she, in this case, needs, and maybe just has to Psybeam, and then I can maybe apply some pressure to the Trubbish. Would be nice to hit the Espeon. If he gets the energy attachment, I'll likely attack the Trubbish with the Ice Blade. If he does get the attachment, I'll put pressure on the EspeonGX. Okay. So I need to do something. I'll Ice Blade, and then maybe I can Ice Path the following turn, because he'll do 60, 90, 120. If he gets a Choice Band, 150. And then I can Ice Path for another 50. And then knock out the Espeon. I'm just hoping he doesn't get a Choice Band. That'll be a little bit annoying, but I mean, at the same time, it's actually not that bad, because even if he gets a Choice Band, it won't knock me out. I can attack the Trubbish with the Ice Blade and then Ice Path the next turn. Or, you know, like I said, put the pressure on the EspeonGX, hit it for 50, and then Ice Path the turn after that, which I think would probably be a better move. I don't really know that I'm affected by ability lock that much. I do just hope that I hit a supporter, a draw supporter. I could even bring up the Vulpix, attach the energy, and then Guzma up the Trubbish, and then start attacking the Espeon using Ice Blade, putting pressure on that way. I feel like he runs. Okay, there's Divide. I feel like he runs a lot of Float Stones in this deck anyway, so I don't know that that would be the best play. So with the Eevee, I don't know if he's going to take it out. 60, yeah, okay, so he'll take the double knockout. I was going to say if he leaves it up there, then that would be interesting. I do have a Guzma. I mean, I could put up Glaceon. Ninetales, if I put Ninetales up, I'm thinking I could potentially... No, there's no damage on the Espeon, so... Doesn't have ability locks, so I can get... Oh, wow, I'm getting all my energy. Okay, so I'll do that. Attach to Ninetales. I mean, I could have... No, that wouldn't matter. Then I can Ultra Ball. I mean, I don't know if I want to Ultra Ball away all of the energies. So I'll likely hit an Ice Patch, but who am I going to Ice Patch? Aqua Patch 2. If all of my... I don't have any kind of relevant Pokemon down there. I think I will do the Guzma and the Energy. And get Lele. I do have 2 Ns. Or do I go for a Cynthia? I think I want to N. So I don't know what... They weren't able to get a Garbodor out very quickly, so I'm thinking that one of their Garbotoxin Garbodors maybe was prized, and maybe they got it that turn. So I think I want to N. Don't necessarily want to Cynthia in this case, so let's see. End them down to 4. Hopefully I do disrupt them. Okay, so I do get a Choice Band. So I think what I want to do here is attach a Choice Band, Ice Blade for 80, and then he'll hit me if he does use the Psychic Attack. 60, 90, 120, 150 tops if he hits a Choice Band, and then I can Ice Path that back in hopes of... I don't know if I want to do that quite yet. Okay. So there's my second N. I don't think that he'll be able to knock Ninetales out. If he plays, how many items do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. There's the Trash Avalanche. So not quite relevant so far, or quite yet. And that's another thing too. I don't want to Sycamore items into the discard pile like crazy. There's Espeon and another N. Okay, so he's looking for stuff here too. I get a fresh 6 cards, which in that case isn't too bad. Okay, an Aqua Patch, I can get that on. Okay, there's the Choice Band. So he did hit me for Psychic. I will be able to Ice Path. I can Aqua Patch and Energy onto the Glaceon. I will attach the Choice Band here. And that'll be really nice. Again, I don't just want to discard Ultra Balls and that kind of thing. It'll just be putting up the item count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, and that'll bring it up to 6. Then it's becoming pretty relevant, I think. I'll keep the Supporter in my hand. Don't have a ton on my bench at the moment, but I think in this case I use the Ice Path GX and knock out the Espeon. Oh, having connection issues here. And it looks like we're all right. Not sure why that's happening. But anyway, I'm glad that the game didn't disconnect or anything like that. Had a fairly nice play there, and I do get another energy. What can I Guzma? Okay, so he has the N. I could potentially... Okay, there is a Guzma. I still get an energy, so I can Blizzard Edge. My previous hand was kind of nice because I like having the DCE that I can attach, and that way I can discard the DCE and then keep the 2 water on there. It would be nice to have an energy on Lele. That way I could pull out a Guzma play, you know, where I bring up the Guzma, or sorry, bring up the Espeon maybe, and so if I could Ice Blade as well. I think I want to attach. See, that's why float stones are so good. There's only one in the deck, and I've used it. I can't really make a retreat play or anything like that. So I think I want to. I'm limiting my bench here. He still doesn't have ability lockup, so I can get a supporter. And maybe this is where I pull a Cyrus. And I don't have it. Okay, so that would have been an interesting call. So I think I want to maybe Cynthia here. Don't necessarily like keeping both of these Ninetales and the Glaceon in, but at the same time, I have 2 Leles on my bench. I'm parallel citied, which is annoying. So I do want to keep the Guzma, that's for sure. So let's get a fresh hand of 6. I do hit my Field Blower, which is nice. I mean, I can get rid of the Parallel City. I won't be able to get rid of any ability lock, but I'm not too worried about that at this point. Oh yeah, that's right. I discarded my Cyrus at the beginning of the game, so... Okay, that's nice. But that's another item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I can start putting some pressure on here with Ice Blade, I think that might be nice. Who do I want to attack? I can one-shot Lele, I can one-shot Espeon. I think I might want to Ice Blade the Garbodor. So if you can't get the Eevee out of the active, then I might get, another turn with the Ice Blade, which would be nice. Or maybe 2 more turns, who knows. If he's stuck, he's stuck. And the Eevee does have a 2 retreat cost, which is nice for me. So unless he has a Guzma, let's see, has he used any or discarded any? Doesn't look like it, so they may have to do a Guzma play. If they do bring up the Glaceon, I mean, I don't necessarily think that would be the best play. There it is. Probably a Lele. Oh, okay. Okay. There's the flying flip. All right. So they're looking to do the EspeonGX play, probably. So I mean, I can Frost Bullet, which I think might be okay. He's only got 2 cards. I don't know that he has a great hand. It's unfortunate I'm not taking out this Coco because it's going to get another flying flip out there. But if it gets down to 40, let's see if I get this up to 80. It's unfortunately not going to be enough to take out the Garbodor next turn, but let's do it. Maybe I can put some pressure on the EV and then take a 2-prize turn if he just does another flying flip. I think what are we at again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 100 damage, creeping up there on the items. I don't really see how he can take out this Alolan Ninetales at this point. So I think my next move would be to take out, is it the Garbodor or the Espeon? And if he isn't able to take out, okay, so he might be doing it now. Okay. So if I hit a Guzma, let's see, I think I might want to, 2 Guzma in there. So I take the 2-prize play. He can devolve, but he's not quite taking anything out. So if I attach here, I don't want to add items for nothing. Let's just see. I'll attach a choice band to Lele. If I could take out the Espeon, that would be nice. Okay, so let's do that. Let's take the 2 prizes. So you can't get another 20 with the flying flip. Worst case, I could retreat Glaceon and then take out Espeon with Blizzard Edge. I do have the choice band on there. Might even have been a good idea to put that 30 onto Espeon. That way, in case he does field blower me, I can't get the 1-shot without the choice band. So that probably was a good idea. If that Eevee wasn't really doing much, and then I could have, taken the 2 prizes and then set myself up for the Eevee later. So probably was a better idea to put the damage on Espeon just to guarantee the knockout with Ninetales. But if he doesn't, then we'll see. I mean, the Ultra Ball could be going for a Tapu Lele. I'm sure they play more than 1, so they might want to end me to 2. I'm just really hoping that they don't hit a field blower, because I feel like that might come back to haunt me if that choice band is taken out. And you know what I could have also done is put the spread onto, that's right, the abilities are locked. Okay. So if they put that down, they're not going to be able to use it. So I could see, I'm not really quite sure on that. I'll evolve. I could have Polar Speared as well. See if I had that 30 damage on there. So now I think I just retreat and then Blizzard Edge with Ninetales and I take the game. All right, wow, that worked out nicely. So there we go. Great game. My opponent wasn't able to get out the Garbodor, the Garbotoxin Garbodor. And, Trashalanche, I wasn't sort of discarding cards like crazy or anything like that. The Trashalanche wasn't too relevant. And there we go. So, wow, I've had a pretty good roll on recorded video and wins. Because every one that I've recorded has been a win so far, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, I definitely don't win all the time. So like I said, it's been a little bit tougher to pilot a deck like this. The Buzzwole Lycanroc deck was it just had its objective. It was consistent, and you knew exactly what to do. And that was it, and it just rocked. Whereas this deck, a little more intricate, I think. and even Ninetales decks, Alola Ninetales decks before, I think were a little bit tougher to pilot, so a little more of a challenge, but we'll see. I mean, the Ninetales can hit 190 with Choice Band, which is relevant for things like Buzzwole, Duskmane, Necrozma. The issue can be actually getting there and being able to attack, especially with Buzzwole. But at the same time, if you can, they're stage 1, so it's not too bad. I do have Beacon to get Pokemon. I do have the Safeguard if that does come into play. Tough part can be Buzzwole Garb because just shuts off that ability. Can't use it anyway. And then I'm only playing the one Field Blower, so that can be a bit tough. But it's a fun deck, and I am having some success with it. So I want to put in at least 40 to 50 games testing, that kind of thing, and then see if I can just tweak it here and there to make it better. For those 210 Pokemon, the 210 HP, the idea is to get the GlaceonGX out there, and then Frost Bullet to get that 30 damage on the Pokemon. That way when they evolve, you're hitting for 190 with Ninetales. So that's the idea there. So we'll see. I'm just having some fun with it right now. And otherwise, I do also want to try out a GlaceonGX, sort of a disruption type deck that I saw that Pablo Mesa had come up with. It has Red Card, E-Hammer, things like that. You want to get the GlaceonGX in the active. That way you can lock up the EXGX abilities and just make it really tough for your opponent to be able to do anything. So I do want to build that. Actually, I'll probably do that now. But that's it, and this is the list so far. So still debating a couple things, going to see what's impactful, what isn't, and go from there. But that's it for now, and another good game. Had some good luck with the recorded game so far, but like I said, I definitely don't win every time. That's for sure. Okay, well, till next time, I'll see you guys later.